Star Wars has been a significant part of my youth, and Minecraft has had the same factor. But what if we combine the two? My name is Veern, and for the past 2 months I've been working on a Star Wars RPG in Minecraft. Today I'll be showing you the progress and issues I've encountered along the way. If you're interested in the project, you can already join the Discord. The link is provided in the description. Also, if you have any skills in areas such as pixel art, modeling or building, feel free to reach out. We can use all the help we can get to make this game a reality. First I had to decide which server software I was going to use. In the end I went with Minestom. Minestom lets you build a Minecraft server from scratch. Since the server doesn't need many vanilla features, keeping them would only slow the server down. With Minestom I can implement the features that I need by myself. It's easier and more efficient to code in vanilla features that I need than it is to remove every feature that I don't need. I've been working with Minestom for about 2 years or so now, and I feel that it's the perfect server software for this project. This choice is due to the fact that I won't encounter any of the overhead that Spigot paper servers may have, as they depend on the vanilla server software. I initially began by establishing a base. I opted to create my own module system to easily load various components of the server.
Hello there.
For instance, there's a profile module that manages all the profile features, and the item system handles all the item related functionalities. Moreover, modules can be dependent on one another, ensuring that if one encounters loading issues, the modules dependent on it won't load either. Following the module system, I proceeded to work on the player data. The player data consists of a user and multiple profiles. Initially, you'll have the option to create up to 3 profiles. You can select your profile in one of the lobby servers and then you'll be sent to one of the RPG servers. The user data looks like this. It displays your current selected profile ID, your username, and your total playtime across all your profiles. The profile data shares some similar information with the user data, such as your total playtime and username. Additionally, it stores your position in the world and the instance ID of the last instance you were in. The instance ID essentially represents the planet you were last on. Furthermore, the saving of the player's inventory or stats is handled entirely separately from the profiles. This is done with future updates in mind, allowing me to save stats and inventories not just for the players, but for anything in the game. The next thing is the item system. All the items in the game are loaded from the MongoDB database. Here's an example of an item. I assign a unique ID, which is also used as the name, a description, rarity, item type, material, stat, and some other properties. The combination of all these elements results in the item. With the item system, I can easily update any item file. For instance, if I want to modify the stats of an item or make any other adjustments, such as balancing, I can simply edit the JSON file, and the next time the server is loaded, it will load the new item. And when a container is loaded with that item, it will update accordingly. To complement the item system, I have created a weapon crafter that enables players to craft both lightsabers and blasters, as well as deconstruct their crafted weapons. The idea is to empower players to personalize their weapons with different stats. Crafting a lightsaber requires 2 components, a lightsaber hilt and a kyber crystal. You can create any combination you can think of, and adding new lightsaber colors is also super easy, because it just requires a string variable with a hex color code. Crafting blasters is a bit more complex, as it requires 3 components, a blaster frame, a blaster emitter, and a power cell. Deconstruction is quite straightforward. You can just input the weapon you want to deconstruct, and in return you will receive all the components. This allows you to modify components of existing weapons or construct entirely new ones. Next up are the stats and damage systems. Although these systems might seem simple compared to others, they are quite complex due to my use of Minestom, requiring me to code everything from scratch. This includes combat mechanics and various damage types, such as fall damage. For fall damage, I calculate whether the new Y position is below the previous Y position. If it is, 1 block is added to the fall distance, and this process continues until you land on the ground. Once you land, the damage is then applied. I have already implemented the following stats: health, health regen, and damage. However, I plan to further expand upon these by introducing additional stats in the future. These are the foundational systems that I've developed for the game so far. Keep in mind that we are actively seeking people who can contribute to our project. If you're interested in playing or helping, you can find the Discord link in the description to stay updated on our progress.